Carl and Damon here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's they made what into a TV series, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Penultimate episode of season one, folks. We're already here. Episode 25, The Spy Who Slimed Me, written by Dennis Haley and Marcy Brown. Betrayus is reflecting on the many failures of the ghosts, pointing out to them that they simply can't get the job done. He's not wrong. He's absolutely right. So he reveals he's hired a smooth and suave spy ghost named Spectre, voiced by Brendan Ryan Barrett, to steal the repository. And everyone is well impressed by Spectre, especially when he makes his plan to infiltrate Cersei's lab and find the location of the repository sounds so easy, declaring that he will walk right in. Yes, folks, it's James Bond stuff. Well, James Bond, Mission Impossible, the combination of those two things.
Oh, I got the Austin Power vibe, like the spy who shagged me. That's what I
Yeah,
got.
but Austin Powers is a freaking parody of
Yeah,
James Bond and
yeah,
all the sort of spy films. All of them. You did it with anything. Spy Hard,
yeah.
Leslie
Oh, yeah,
Nielsen
yeah.
film.
True.
Meanwhile, Aunt Spiria is going away with Cersei, and she's saying goodbye to her dog, Uggles, who is a world-class ghost hunter. Uggles chases after one and runs into Spectre, who reveals that this is his plan. He possesses the dog, which he does as Pac and Spiria arrive. Uggles chases after one and runs into Spectre, who reveals that this is his plan. Possess Uggles, which he does as Pac and Spiria arrive. With them, he is able to easily walk in. So there you go. He said he'd do it, and he did. Even though Cersei has upped the security system to such an extent that Pac almost doesn't pass it. Which I thought, at least, hey, he's learning and he's put a security system in place to try and stop all the shit going on.
Indeed.
Inside Cersei is there with Cillian and Spiral, and the two adults continue to be coy about their trip, getting a bit embarrassed when pushed on it. So it seems to be implying they're up to something. Spectre leaves Uggle's body in a separate room and fries Grinder. I did enjoy seeing Grinder get killed. He's not really killed, folks, but yeah. Now they have no dog sitter, but Pac suggests they'll look after him for the night, much to Uggle's displeasure. As Cersei and Spiria leave, the wording suggests they're off to get married, which both Cillian and Spiral think is a possibility. Meanwhile, Spectre reports to Betrayus, who is happy with his success so far, before Pac comes along and grabs him inside the dog. So yeah, a couple of cool things going on here. Now, I didn't think they would get married, because it's just the wording. The wording is a bit like, well, okay, you could be thinking they're off to kind of do something or whatever and all of that. But I was
Yeah.
also like, yeah, this isn't happening, you know?
It makes you think that they're going to get married or something, but it's going to be it's going to be something stupid.
It's a classic comedy thing of miscommunication.
Yeah.
They take the dog out to play fetch, but Spectre uses the opportunity to run off. The Ghost Gang now arrive and tell Pac about Spectre. Oh yeah, I know.
Back to
I
this again.
know. However, I did like this scene. So Pac's like, and it's just another ghost. And they're like, no, you must, like, Spectre's different. And I did like the fact that, yeah, Pac's arrogance gets the better of him sometimes. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, Spectre is different. They're told that Spectre is already here. And Pac realizes the ghost is inside Uggles. They confront him outside Cersei's lab and chase and shoes around the garden. They end up catching the dog and taking him to a containment unit, while Spiral insists he will stay to keep an eye on things. And there was your clue, folks. They almost realized too late that Spectre has actually left the dog as inside Spiral, catching him inside the lab. He's always basically one step ahead of him, though, and is able to escape, even managing to avoid Pac's lizard tongue, and gets to jumping in by possessing different Pac worlders. It's a fun action scene that I think actually does a really good job of showing that Spectre actually is a cut above the rest of the ghosts. Like, he
Yeah.
could, in a better scenario, be a challenge. Pac has
It
no
could be.
choice. Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say it could be, but we both know what's going to happen. So.
Oh, yeah, Pac's going to win. Pac's going to eat him, and that's it, of course. Pac has no choice but to inform Spiros, who sets an armada of guards outside Cersei's lab. Pac knows it won't be enough, though, so speaks to the Ghost Gang and tells them his plan to get rid of Spectre permanently. He needs a camera, and the Ghost Gang introduce him to Larry, who's a slug camera and apparently one of their friends. So we've got Larry now. He's a new character, I presume, going forward. Night has fallen, and Pac draws Spectre out by revealing the repository. And it turns out that he was hiding in Silly all along. So I do really like how the Spectre hides in people, and it actually is really convincing.
I mean, surely he also knows that they're betraying.
Oh, I'd have to go back and watch and check to see if he was in Silly. Was he there at the time?
True, yeah.
But regardless, he's got the repository, and Pac gets him revealed that he's planning to get his body back to take over both Pac World and the Netherworld. So basically, Spectre's playing both sides. Mission accomplished. He brings the repository to Brrraains, but it's not the real one. No shit. Didn't want to check that first?
Exactly.
But Larry now broadcasts what Spectre said about Brrraains and how he plans to rule it all. Brrraains' response to this is to lose his shit. And Spectre is locked up to never be let free again. I think that's a really cool thing to remind you that Brrraains is actually quite powerful. Because we've been kind of convinced that Spectre was a big deal. But Brrraains loses his shit. Spectre is like, he's locked up.
I also like the fact that he's just locked up. So potentially that could be unlocked.
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. But where did the fake repository come from? Well, it turns out that Dr. Buttocks also wanted Spectre gone too, seeing him as a threat to his position. Finally, Cersei and Spirit arrive back and reveal, guess when they weren't getting married? They weren't getting married. They went bungee jumping. And I laugh when they see that the kids were planning a celebratory wedding party. Mm-hmm. Except there's a final very brief scene. And you'll blink and you'll miss it, folks. Did you blink and miss it?
I think I did, yeah.
As the episode's about to end, Cersei and Spiria look at each other and then they both go red. Their cheeks both go red. They look at each other and they both go red. Now, I'm taking it one of two ways. One, that they secretly did get married and will be revealed later on. Or that they just, like, they have feelings for each other. And so they're kind of like, oh, don't be silly. We wouldn't be doing things like that. We were just having fun. But actually, they actually have feelings for each other. And that's the brief moment. But yeah, they look at each other. They both kind of go, and then their cheeks go red. And they're both a bit like, yeah, it actually happens.
I'll have to go back and look at that because I must have turned off the last second or so.
It is literally a split second, the last 2 seconds of the episode. Overall, a fairly fine episode. Don't like the ending, but like the character Spectre and Thor. Again, what we're doing now per episode is basically parodying other stuff. And this is a fairly solid parody of spy movies and things like that.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I do think that again, we said it before about the whole the ghosts always giving the answer again. At some point, surely these ghosts are going to say to Pac, "Well, can we go? Can we be human again, please? We're giving you all this information. Can you actually help us out, please?"
Two things that have been explored in the past that I'd like to see come back regarding the Ghost Gang. One is that the fact that they asked for their bodies back, and basically everyone's response to that was like, yeah, we'll try and help, that kind of thing. And the ghosts apparently just accepted that. But the other one is that Brrraains, we've had two. We've had Dr. Buttocks suspect that they're involved, and Brrraains openly accused them. So I would like to see this developed in the next season. But for now, that is the penultimate episode, episode 25, The Spy Who Slimed Me. You got any thoughts on this one? You know what to do? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.